So here's something. Last week, right here on the show, you might remember we talked about a bill that was coming up for a vote in Congress. This was a bill that would give a future President Trump the ability to essentially shut down any nonprofit organization in the country by simply declaring that organization to be a supporter of terrorism. In general, if you're trying to protect a democracy from a would-be authoritarian takeover, this is the sort of thing that's like a big red flag, right? A leader giving himself big, wide, vague powers to shut down any organization in civil society, including media outlets. Right. Well, this bill that would give the White House this new power, it first came up for a vote several months ago, and it passed really easily. Only 11 members of Congress in the House voted against it back in April when it first came up. Since then, the ACLU and more than 150 other groups have been urging members of Congress to oppose the bill. It has started to get some press attention. Regular people started calling their members of Congress, telling them they don't want this kind of power in the hands of a President Trump. So we reported on that on our show a week ago tonight, last Monday. Then the next day, Tuesday last week, this bill came up again in the House. And this time, the number of votes against it went from 11 votes against it, which is what happened before, to 145 votes against it, which was enough to block it from passing. And so the bill failed when it was brought up last week. Democratic Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said afterwards, quote, "The activism did work and persuaded members." Quote, "The attention and organizing played a role. If you can thank your member of Congress for voting no, please do so. It matters." In other words, pressure works, but pressure is also not a one-time event. Because as of tonight, Republicans are trying to revive the bill yet again. It's expected to come to the floor again later this week under different rules that'll actually make it much easier for Republicans to pass it. Tonight, the opposition group Indivisible is once again calling on regular people, calling on regular voters to contact their lawmaker in the House, to urge even more Democrats and all Republicans to vote no. They're saying, quote, "This bill is a litmus test for Democrats as we prepare for the incoming Trump administration. Are Democrats going to make it easier for Trump to pursue his authoritarian agenda, or are they going to fight back?" Again, they're bringing this bill up again later this week. It will need fewer votes to pass, which makes the pressure to try to stop it all the more potentially determinative. Watch this space.